Okay, so how are you? Welcome to algebra. We're really excited. And we're working on solving an equation using master products. So if you remember, we were using master product and the box and diamond method in 8.8. And so that is what we're going to use here as well. And then we were also in 8.7, we were solving. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 8.7 and 8.8, and we're going to combine them together. First, we have to do what we did in 8.8. We have to factor. So let's just review really fast. Let's look at this quadratic. What's my A, B, and C? So really quickly write that down, your A, B, and C. Be careful, because remember how I've said you have to make sure things are in the right order? Things aren't in the right order here. So A is blue. Let's say B is green, or that's not green, that's red. And C is green. So order matters. So what is my A, B, and C? Okay? So my C is 6. My B is red, and that is 1. There we go. And my C is blue, which is -3. Okay? So make sure they're in the right order. If they're not in the right order, rewrite them in the right order, and then do your A, B, and C. So please do these A, B, and C. Come back and check your answers. Okay. Okay, for your A, B, and C for 2 and 3, these are what you should have got. Make sure you did. If you didn't, if you wrote down 27 for A, it's because you didn't look for the X word term. So it's really important that you check that out. All right, so while we're doing this, we are going to what out a number of the variable first, if we can, and then do what? We're going to divide out a number or variable, and variable first, if we can, and then we're going to factor using box and diamond. That's our very first step. Put them in the correct order. Do our box and diamond. And then we will solve after that. So we're going to apply the zero product property after that. So how would I do this? Is it in the right order? Yes. What's my box? What's my diamond setup? So my A times C goes down here. So 4 times 36 is what? 4 times 36. Oh, wait. Look. I didn't even follow my own rules. I can take a number out of there. I can take a 4 out of both of those. Or all 3 of those, right? Look, I can divide all 3 of those by 4. So I have 4 on the outside. So if I put these in a box, okay, 4x squared, if I divide that by 4, I would get x squared. If I divide this by 4, I would get -6x. If I divide this by 4, I would get +9, correct? Yeah, that is true. Okay, now I want to do box and diamond with just what's on the inside. My 4 is just out here, and we'll talk about what we're going to do with that later, okay? So let's do our box and diamond with this. Let's set up our diamond. A times C goes here, so 1 times 9 is 9. And then my B goes here, so that's -6. I've got my box. What goes in this top corner? My A goes down here, my C. And now I have to figure out what numbers multiply to 9 and add to -6. If they are multiplying to a positive and adding to a negative, we know that they have the same sign. They're both going to be negative. Okay? So again, we've got 1 times 6, we've got 2 times 3. No, we don't. We're doing 9. What am I doing? 1 times 9, we've got 3 times 3. There we go. And 3 and 3 add to 6. Good. So now my negative 3x would go here, and my negative 3x would go here. Okay. So let's factor something out. What is going up and down? What do these have in common? An x. Remember yesterday, we talked a little bit in class about if this is an x squared, this is going to be an x, and this is going to be an x. Okay? So we can very easily do that part. What do both of these have in common? A 3. Let's see, does it have to be positive or negative? Well, let's look at this number. If I'm going to multiply this by x to get negative 3x, that has to be a negative. Okay, so we use those clues. Again, what can I take out of here? Same thing, minus 3, right? So I have, for my final answer, I have my 4 that I pulled out of here, and this inside factored to be x minus 3 times x minus 3. And that is my answer, friends. Okay? I'm going to have you try 5 on your own. I'll get you started. Can we take something out? Do we have to put it in the right order? We do. This has to move, right, to over here. Now it's in the correct order. Now my question is can I factor out a number out of all 3 of those? Hopefully you said yes, okay? So you can factor out a 3. So put it in your box. Put it in your box. And now you're going to divide all of these by 3. And what are you going to get in the inside? After you get the inside, set up your diamond. Set up your box. And then factor things out. Okay? So you took your 3 out. What are you going to get when you divide all those by 3? Here, your B goes here, your AC goes here, your A goes here, your C goes here, and these 2 here go here and here. Factor that out. What are you going to get? And then write your answer. So my answer is going to start with a 3, and then I'm going to have a binomial here. Okay? So I would like you to finish that problem. Finish that problem. And then come back and check it. Actually, no, you're going to check that in class. So you need to finish this problem and bring it to class. Okay? Okay, number 6. I switched screens on us, but that's okay. We are going to solve equations, and we're going to use factoring of the master product. But then we're going to use the zero product, and we'll use the zero product, okay? Because this says equals 0, we need to do the zero product property after we factor, okay? So here's what we're going to do. Is this in the right order? Yes. Cool. So we can do our box and diamond. What's going to go down here? Negative 24. Negative 5, because that's B, and this is A times C. So 1 times negative 24, okay? Set up our box. This is your first step all the time, is setting up your box and diamond. I've got x squared here, I've got minus 24 here. Great, cool. Okay, now I've got to get to work. I need to know the factors of 24 that add to negative 5. Now this is a negative. So are these going to be same sign or opposite signs? They're going to be opposite signs. So I'm going to have one positive and one negative. And so let's look at the factors of 24. 24, we got 1 and 24. Those don't add to 5. We've got 2 and 12. Those don't add to 5. We've got 3 and 4. Those don't add to 5. It's not 3 and 4. What am I thinking? It's 3 and 8. I was thinking about that 12 up there. 3 and 8. Oh, those can add to 5 because actually it's going to subtract because I've got a positive and a negative here. Okay, remember our last diamond, our notes for 8, 8. We need to decide which one's going to be positive, okay? So is our bigger number going to be positive or our little number going to be positive? Because I need to go to -5. I'm hoping that you said your little number, the smaller number, needs to be positive because we need to end up with a negative answer, so we have to have a bigger negative answer. Okay, so now we can set up our rungs. -8x, +3x. Okay, I can take out an x. I can take out an x. Now we got to do our numbers. What number do these have in common? -8. Good. What number do these have in common? +3. How do I know that this is +3 and this is -8? I gotta look. X times what is -8x, right? X times what is 3x, okay? So now I've got my answer. I've got my x plus 3 is going to multiply times x minus 8. And those are equal to 0. And remember, when these are equal to 0, we need to find out what makes this chunk 0. And we need to find out what makes this chunk 0. And so I can separate these out. And I can solve both of them individually. And I'd like you to find an answer for that. So what is x going to be equal to? X is going to be equal to what on this side? And x is going to be equal to what on this side? So double check that. And then we'll go on to 7. Okay, number 7. Is it in the right order? It is. Fantastic. Set up your diamond. Set up your box. Come back and check to see if you did the right thing. And see if you got the right answer. So I'm going to do this one. You're not going to have to do this one for your notes. But I'd like you to do it on your own. And then come back and check it. Okay? So set up your diamond in your box, and then we'll go from there, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I am hoping that you got n plus 7 times n minus 2. Okay, I'm hoping you had -14 here, -5 there. Since I'm multiplying to a negative, I have to have different signs. Since I'm adding to a -5, that is not right. This is the other way around. This must be a -7. So that's going to make that negative, that positive, that negative. I am so sorry. But that's how you check, that's why you check your answer, right? -7 plus 2 is -5. So keep that in mind. I apologize. Okay, so separate these two things and find the answer. What am I going to get? N equals what? And n equals what? Okay, come with those two answers. Done. You know how to solve those equations, right? I'm just solving this equation over here, and I'm solving this equation over here. Come with the answers. I will start number 8. Oops. So number 8 looks like this. Is it in the right order? Fantastic. Set up your diamond. Any different from what I've been doing? Nope. My B is 13. My A times C is 30. I need to find the factors of 30 that add to 13. Okay? Is it going to be same numbers or same signs or different signs? This is positive, so same signs or different signs, and what are they going to be? Okay? So come with this one finished, please. We're going to have 5x squared here. So that's good that we have a number there. And then what are we going to have here? 6. So what are my factors? And then come with that one finished. And I will warn you, you are going to get a decimal. So come with this with my x equals here, and my x equals here, and you will get a decimal for one of these answers. Okay? Okay, lastly, number 9. Question. Can I take a number out of each one of these? What number can I divide each of these by? 2. Correct. So, if I box that out and I do my division, 6x squared divided by 2 is 3x squared. Divide this by 2, that's 11x. Divide this by 2 will give me -4, right? So now you're going to do your box for this and your diamond, okay? So then you've got to figure out what that's going to be, okay? I would like you, I'd like you to do that part on your own since it's not going to let me do it, and we'll check it out. Make sure that you're just looking what's inside here. Don't worry about this 2. The 2 will come later, and we'll worry about what to do with that when we come. You are going to get a decimal for this answer as well. So finish this problem. I will see you in class. God bless.